right. Who comes to New York for a television taping? All right, okay. Apparently there are 9 really sad people that are doing that. We have a big show tonight. We got a lot of fun stuff planned. Some very cool people are here. And a lot going on in the world that must be discussed here at the top of the lecture. Big show and big things to talk about. For example, a very important thing happened yesterday that has a lot of importance in the world. Did you know this? This is big. In Israel, yesterday, the Pope met with Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat. Did you know this? This is big. The two of them met. This is a big deal. Yeah. And apparently there was one awkward moment when the Pope told Yasser, you know, you don't look Jewish. Then it got going better, you know. They went water skiing and everything's fine. Little celebrity news. After scheduling a big concert in Las Vegas, Luciano Pavarotti had a press conference, and he admitted to reporters that he's very bad at gambling. That's what he said. Yeah, Pavarotti said that the last time he was in Las Vegas, he lost $1,000 at the roulette table and $100,000 at the buffet table, which I thought, yeah, he's a fat man. He's a real fat man. All right. That was my back fat man dance. All right. I don't know. You're anticipating the Oscars. This is big coming up, and they say that because of the Oscars coming up this Sunday, Los Angeles limousine companies are saying that their cars have been booked for 3 solid months. That's right, 3 solid months, which could be incredibly dangerous because if there aren't enough limos, Halle Berry might drive herself, which. That did not go well. Let's see. I think we should just end the show here. What do you say? Do another one tomorrow, huh? Okay, great. I got you from anger to pity. Now we're back on track. This is kind of interesting news. According to a brand new study, the contestants in the Miss America pageant have been getting thinner and thinner, and many of them are malnourished. Did you hear this? They're getting thinner and thinner every year, and they're saying that they're now malnourished. For instance, last year's winner has been wearing her crown as a belt, which is attractive and pretty. And then last thing I'll mention, Monica Lewinsky in the news. She's in the news, and so I have to mention this. This happened actually in New York, in a New York department store yesterday. While Monica Lewinsky was making a personal appearance, she was heckled by a woman who had to be escorted away by security guards. True story. Yeah. Later, the guards released the woman, and then she continued her campaign to be senator of New York. See, Halle Berry's a bad driver, and she's been... Just move on, or move on? Okay. Let's talk about tonight's show. Big show. I'll get to him. I said that reflexively. We have a very cool actor on the program. He's been in a lot of great movies. The Usual Suspects, Miller's Crossing, End of Days. Very cool guy. He's now in the Broadway show A Moon for the Misbegotten. It's getting great reviews. Gabriel Byrne. We also have this evening the largest man I have ever seen in my life, WWF wrestler, The Big Show. Can the camera lower and shoot me, and I can show them how big he is? This is how big he is. Shot the monologue like this from now on. Did you hear what's in the news? I bet if I told that Halle Berry joke now, you'd That's how we're shooting it from now on. I'm not going to get nothing on a joke ever again. I'm going to frighten America into laughing. No, and we also have a star of the TV show, which I think a lot of us here believe, one of the funniest shows on television. You laugh out loud every time you watch it. It's called Strangers with Candy. Amy Sedaris. And of course, right over here, Mr. Jimmy Vino and the 7, Max Weinberg 7. Jimmy, get a seat. Show backstage?
Yes.
Amazing.
I had been to the taping of Saturday Night Live when The Rock was the host and he was there, so I had met him there.
Right.
And yeah, he's impressive.
Yeah.
He's impressive. His like I was telling the audience before, when you shake his hand, it's like a piece of furniture.
It disappears. You know? Your hand disappears.
Or a whole chair in your hand.
Your hand goes back in time. It enters another era in history. You know, and he's really big. It's amazing, and you talk about it. I don't know. I think it'll come across on TV.
Yeah. How
big he is, but I think that.
And the poor guy. I'm sure that this is the first time he's ever heard that he's large. You know.
Still, you know what I think? I'm pretty sure I could take him. I am. You haven't seen me in a fight.
Right. Yeah.
I'm one of those guys that people dismiss me because of my, like I have an 11-year-old voice.
Sure.
And I have the torso of Don Knotts.
Right.
But when literally, it's in my trunk. And when I get into a fight,
right,
I get crazy. I'll get one of those guys that, like, my eyes roll up in my head. And,
you start scratching
and kicking and slapping.
Right.
And then the fight's usually over.
Right.
And I've usually lost.
Yeah.
Actually, every time I've lost. But still, it's something to see.
Well, but the other guy's embarrassed.
Right. Yeah, the other guy's too embarrassed to fight me. That's my fighting style. Well, as you know, I have always tried, and you have always tried, we've always tried very hard to make this show innovative.
Right.
We try very hard.
Right.
You know, we always try and think, how can we change it, make it different from other talk shows?
Yeah, the classic talk show.
Right, hence the desk and the microphone and the 2 chairs. Anyway.
Yeah,
and the gas.
White guys in suits.
Yeah, right. I'm very tan.
All right.
Maybe you're white, but not, yeah. Anyway, I'm always trying to innovate and always trying to make it different, and we thought that recently we should do this with the guest theme songs. Basically, whenever you introduce a guest, you say, for example, here comes, ladies and gentlemen, David Hasselhoff, and the band will play Beach Baby or Big Star in Germany. Right. That hit. Some song. Yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah.
Or Jiggle Boob. And you play some song that makes you think of that guy. Well, we thought, why not personalize these lyrics even more, add information so that while the guest is coming out, you actually learn something about them, so that when the interview starts, you're way ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been doing this lately, and I think it's working out well.
I think it's working great.
Okay, let's take a look at some of the guest theme songs we've done recently. For example, Jenny McCarthy was on the show not too long ago, and we thought, let's personalize a song just for her when she comes out. And I think it worked out nicely. Take a look. Please welcome Jenny McCarthy.
No, go ahead.
Well, we had Jason Priestley on the show a little while ago.
From 90210.
From 90210 and elsewhere, and we thought we should do a theme song for him. So this was for Jason Priestley. Please welcome Jason Priestley.
Final episode ending 90210 is ending now. It's time to shed some tears. We knew it couldn't last, but it all went by
It's very sad, I think, but respect the elderly. Kevin Spacey, one of the great actors. Yeah. Of course, he wasn't on, I just thought we mentioned his name. No, Kevin Spacey was on the program recently, and we did a song for him.
Great.
Let's take a look. Please welcome Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey is a wonderful, talented actor. At the Oscars, it might be his year. But his greatest performance out of all that he's done is pretending that he actually wants to be here.
He wanted to be here. That one made me sad.
Yeah.
Rupert Everett. People loved that Rupert Everett, and we had him on the show recently. We thought, let's write a song just for Rupert Everett. Please welcome Rupert Everett.
Hey, Rupert, what do you say? Hey, Rupert, Conan's not gay. And hey, Rupert, Conan's staying that way. But he still had a dream about giving you a back rub.
You're the only person I mentioned that dream to.
You know, it's hard to rhyme back rub.
All right. Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart. Everyone loves that Martha Stewart, and we had her on the show recently, and we wrote her a theme song. Please welcome Martha Stewart. She really liked it, too. She actually insisted on that one. And finally, Tom Cruise. That's right, Tom Cruise on the program. And we wrote a theme song just for Tom Cruise. And, well, take a look. Ladies and gentlemen, this is pretty exciting. Please welcome Mr. Tom Cruise.
He's a huge star. He's a mega star. He's the biggest star you'll ever find. But he'll never appear on this crappy talk show. Conan's clearly out of his mind.
Hey, buddy. Thanks for being here. It was my best interview ever.
It was great, Conan. It was great.
All right. Well, we're going to come back. We're going to take a little break right now. Make lots of money for General Electric. Money we will never see. When we come back, Gabriel Byrne, a great actor. Nick Jones here. Andy Sedaris is here.
When all day.
All right, everybody, we're back. You know, my first guest tonight from such films as The Usual Suspects, Miller's Crossing, and most recently, End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's now starring in the Broadway revival of A Moon for the Misbegotten. Please welcome Gabriel Byrne. Yeah, go ahead. Enjoy. Did you spill your water all over the place? Is that what you did?
It is water.
Yes, it is water. Okay. Well, I don't know what's in Andy's, but yours is water. How are you?
I'm very well,
Did you have a good St. Patrick's Day?
I avoided St. Patrick's Day, to tell you the truth.
Where were you? Were you in Ireland or here?
No, I was here. I was in New York. I was working. I tend to stay away from
You actually, you grew up in Ireland. You worked in a bar as a teenager, is that right?
I did. I worked in a bar when I was about 14, 15, but I didn't know that the kind of bar that it was because I was naive in the ways of the world at that time. Probably still am, but...
what kind of bar was it?
it was a bar where one day I said to the head barman, I said, why do no women come in here? And he said, because the lesbians have their own bar and they tend to go there. And
really?
Yeah, it was a gay bar.
So you were working in a gay bar and you didn't know
I didn't know. I was you know, I was a young man at the time. I didn't know.
How old were you? Were you like 17
years ago? No,
yeah.
it was about.
All right.
I was about 14, 15 at the time.
Right.
Yeah. And
when did it start to dawn on you then that this was, the gay bar?
After quite a long time. There was a guy there one night. My first name is Gabriel, and they sometimes shortened that to gay, which strangely enough they did it. And so this guy asked me one night if I was gay, and I thought he was referring to my name, and I told him that I was, and I found out pretty quick. I found out pretty quick.
You said, yes, I am. Now, how may I be of service? And then you quickly learned the ways of the world. You're Irish Catholic. Were you an altar boy?
Yeah, I was an altar boy. I became an altar boy at the age of 7, like a great many of the kids around that time. And funnily enough, the standout memory for me as an altar boy was a young kid called, strangely enough, his name was O'Brien, and he was...
That's not strangely enough in Ireland, though.
No, it's not really.
What a coincidence!
But it's a coincidence that you happen to be O'Brien, and I happen to be telling this story, because he, every time the priest turned his back, he would pour himself a little jorum of wine during the Mass, and...
he was drinking the holy wine?
He was drinking surreptitiously, unknown to the priest who was involved in saying the Mass, and he was getting a few in while he was... and when it came time for him to move the missal from one side of the altar to the other, he fell down in a heap and started to talk and in strange language and sing and stuff. And people thought he was having some kind of a fit until they realized he was actually completely transmogrified with alcohol.
That's a nice way to put it. He was transmogrified.
Yeah, that's what
I was scared of the, I'm a Catholic, and I, grew up, and the holy wine is, you think it has this power. It never occurred to me to be like, God, dude. He's great. It had the, you were sort of scared of it, but I guess this kid had,
well, he was nerve. He was obviously interested in the power of it, yeah, for sure. Because,
I've heard of the power.
He put it up a bit away.
Now, of course, you've proven yourself as an actor, but I heard somewhere that you do impressions. Is that true?
Well, I do, but, just impressions that kind of anybody can do. Because basically anybody can do impressions if you just, pick out a couple of things about the person.
Mm-hmm. Like, for example, what's an impression you like to do?
I like to do, quite a few. I do some of them for my own amusement. I do the guy who sells the hot dogs in 62nd and 1st, but that wouldn't impress you.
One guy watching would be, yes,
that's me.
Nailed him. Everybody else, what the hell?
But
who's famous?
Okay, well, if you want, let's say, I could teach you how to do it if you want.
Okay, sure. Okay.
Let's say Keith Richards. Would you like to do Keith Richards?
Keith Richards, yeah, sure.
Keith Richards. Okay, well, you've got to get a kind of a twitchy thing going from all on the so you get the twitchy thing.
Just start twitching.
Now overlay it with a little bit. Yeah. Well, no, kind of involuntarily. No, that's you kind of look like you're coming at me there. So
I was coming on to you right there. Yeah.
It's.
Okay.
It should be like an
involuntary. Just kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, I do that naturally. Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
The whole first season of my show.
With a little bit of Cockney and throw in Nick there, so you something on that making dip in that. Okay. Go ahead.
That's you just did.
Did I do Michael Caine by accident?
You just did every other guy on the subway.
I thought I turned into Michael Caine there with a twitch, but...
I heard you do Sean Connery, too. Is that true?
Well, just a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of simple to do because... Not simple to do, but it's easier to do because his S's are kind of sibilant. So, if I said to you, yes, of course.
Right.
Okay. If I told you how to say it as him, I would get you to pronounce that yes, of course. So you'd say, is your name Conan O'Brien? And you would say, yes, of course. So you
this van is a rockin', don't come knocking.
If this van is a rocket, then let's talk.
Forget it.
Okay. You sure you don't want me to do the guy on 60 first?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He's the twitchy guy, I'm sure. Well, I want to make sure I get this in. A Moon for the Misbegotten is getting great reviews.
Yeah, fantastic reviews. And you know, as they say, if you see one play this year, it's got to be that one. It's an amazing production.
Because you're in it.
No, not because
Yeah.
I'm in it. It's an amazing production.
Yeah, no, I've heard great things about it.
Yeah.
It's playing through June 18th at the Walter
Kerr Theater.
Right here in New York City. So go see that. And Gabriel, thanks so much for coming by.
Thank you so much.
Great having you here. Gabriel Byrne, everybody. We'll take a little break. When we come back, stick around. The big show is coming.
Your website's going to be set up like an MMDS.
My next guest is one of the biggest stars in the WWF, and on Sunday, April 2nd, he's going to be fighting for the title in a WrestleMania Fatal 4-way match. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome The Big Show.
Small derrieres.
We're going to have to grease that thing to get you out of it. Oh, man. Well, let's begin. Let's begin with
let's
your...
start. Come on, Conan. Let's go here. I got stuff to do. Come on, man.
I could take you so easy.
What?
To lunch, yeah. There's one guy that wants to see that matchup. You just pulling the stuffing out of me. First of all, how tall are you?
About 7'1".
7'1", okay. About 7'1". They've never been able to measure.
Well, you know what? It's kind of things when you get over 7 foot, it doesn't really matter.
Right,
So when you're like, if you're 7.5 feet, it's kind of like that when you're a kid. No,
Right.
I'm 6.5.
Right,
I'm not 7 years old.
Once you're over 7, it's like
Doesn't
that's.
matter.
How much do you weigh?
Well, according to television, I'm 500 pounds.
Right.
But, you know, I've been on somewhat of a diet, so now I'm probably about 430.
You slim down to 430. All right.
Slim down,
Very
get
good.
faster.
You know, I don't know if this comes across on TV, and I don't mean to be insulting at all. Believe me, I don't want to be insulting. Trust me when I tell you, there's no insult here. But you have a very large head. I'm looking at your head.
That's it.
You do. Back me up on this, Andy. That's a big.
Sure.
I thought Andy had a.
Just tell me I got a big head, huh?
No.
Tell me I got right there. My head's so big.
Yeah.
That if I take my hat off and leave it in the backyard and fill it with water, the neighborhood kids would come over and use it for a pool. I mean, I would look funny with a little head, wouldn't I?
I think it would be hilarious.
I was going to say it.
It'd be great. I'm a little head man. I'm a little head man. I have a small head. I have big arms. Hello? That would be funny to me if you had a tiny head, but how much... Oh, let's say, okay, when you go to McDonald's, okay, and I'm just picking them at random because I'm hoping that I'm somehow compensated by that large and good corporation. When you go to McDonald's, what's a meal for you? What do you spend? What does a meal cost?
I spend, for just me, probably between $20 and $30 just for one set.
What are we talking about? I mean, that's...
Well, you're going to have, in that assortment, depending on the mood, you're going to have a few Big Macs, you're going to have a few of the 20-piece McNuggets, a Filet-O-Fish, and, of course, you got to have French fries.
Right.
You got to have chocolate shakes. And
chocolate shakes? Plural. Do you ever just get back...
I want one to eat, then when I'm done, I want one for, like, the ride home. And, and of course, you got to have desserts. So,
Right.
A few apple pies.
Do you ever just get back there and on your tray and all that is the cash register? You like swept it in accidentally?
Right. Hey, what is this thing? I can't eat this. Hey, take this back.
And the guy selling the food?
Leave me alone. Yeah. That's always funny.
That's amazing. Now, a lot of us are intimidated by something. And for you, what is it? What is it that intimidates? Is there anything that intimidates you?
Yeah, there is. It's small. small people. Midgets.
Are you being serious?
I'm serious. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. You know, and you know, in my business,
You're not making a joke. You're being serious.
I work with a lot of small people, and people that know me, like Jack Lanza, a lot of the guys that I work with, tease me because small people, that politically correct term.
Right.
You know.
You said midget before, but now we're into small people.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for bringing that up and burying me on TV. Thank you. But they tend to make me a little nervous because, you know, when they get around a group of them, they're all looking at me, and I think sometimes I feel like Gulliver and they're the Lilliputians. You know, I have this nightmare that I'm going to be on a beach, you know, tied down, and, you know, they're going to be around me with pitchforks ready to kill the giant or something, you know? I can't help it.
Well, wait.
Okay, you know, when they're sitting around a group going, you know, 4 or 5 of us, we can take us. Right?
You know what I love is that you're so paranoid. Like you're saying, like, you know when you see like 4 or 5 of them hanging around? No, where are 4 or 5 of them hanging around?
They're everywhere.
They're not everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Scheming.
I love that really freaks you
I'm
out.
going to get hate mail from midgets.
Oh, yeah.
My nightmare.
Ooh, I hope they don't come after me. Now...
That's not funny. I'm serious.
Yeah, right. All right. Now, you know, you got big at an early age, right? I mean, how...
Oh, yes, I did.
Well, finally, something we haven't got. No, I was lying about mine. Now, anyway,
you know what? Me too.
How big were you, say, when you were like 11, 12 years old?
I was 6'2", 220 pounds, with hair on my chest and sideburns. That's one hell of a...
I still don't have hair on my chest.
Don't worry, it'll happen soon.
Thanks, Mr. Big Show. You're welcome. I'm just curious, did that get you... I would think, I mean, when you start to think about it, you think like a 10, 11-year-old kid who's that size could get in trouble, even if he didn't want to get in trouble.
Well, here's a little story that'll kind of put that whole childhood trauma together. That's wonder I'm not a postal worker right now. The first girl I ever kissed got arrested.
You got arrested?
I sure did.
What happened? How old were you?
I was 12.
Right.
She was 11.
Right.
We went to the roller skating rink, and, you know, you try to get that first kiss, you know, you got this girl, you don't know if she likes you, she doesn't know, you know, if you like her, and, you know, it's by the lockers, and it's that little, it's your first kiss. We all remember our
It's
first
innocent,
kiss.
and it's sweet,
innocent,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
Well, what happens to me, I get tackled by a rent-a-cop who thinks I'm like a 20-year-old pervert. You know, the guy comes to me, he throws me on the ground, he wants to see ID. I'm 12 years old, I don't even have a library card, for crying out loud. I'm in tears. Needless to say, this girl would never talk to me again. Through high school, she wouldn't talk to me. You know, I didn't get a date till, well, I still haven't got a date.
That's where I can help you, Big Show.
Oh, right.
Or find someone who could help you. Well, I got to mention, WrestleMania is going to be on pay-per-view on Sunday, April 2nd. And, you know, we found out you were in town just a couple of days ago, and we said, like, is there any chance you could do the show? We're thrilled you could do it. You're a great guy. It was really great having you on the program. Thank you very much. The Big Show, everybody. The Big Show. We're going to take a break. Amy Sedaris coming up, and we'll be right back. Thank you. Tell you about who is going to be on tomorrow night's show. And here to bring us the blue card with that valuable information is our good friend, Bathtub Tony.
Conan, here's your blue card with the guest for tomorrow night's show. Oops, I seem to have dropped it in the tub. Could you go in there and fish it out for me like a good sport? It's right there.
not sticking my hand in there. Forget it. No.
But how can you do this to these people? Don't you people want to know who's on tomorrow night show? Come to Papa.
All right, here we go. Okay.
Oh, you get warmer. Oh, you get warmer. Oh, you're red hot. Bullseye.
Oh, all right. That was not the blue card.
Here's your card.
All right, thank you. Okay, folks, coming up tomorrow night, actor Gabriel Byrne, WWF wrestler The Big Show, and from the TV show Strangers with Candy, Amy. What are you doing? This is tonight's show.
That's right. The real one's still in here. Come on, O'Brien, I'm ready for you. Stick it in.
I'm not going to put... No, I'm not going to put my hand in that tub again. I'm not giving you some cheap thrill. Forget it.
Look, I'm going to level with you, O'Brien. I've never had anybody to love me. All I've got in my life is this tub. I'm so lonely. I'm so unbelievably lonely.
Well, I guess I misunderstood you. I thought you were some kind of pervert. I apologize.
Look, I don't blame you for not trusting me. Hey, go ahead. Stick your hand in the tub. Get the card. And just to show you I'm not up to any monkey business, I'm going to move back for you.
Move back all the way?
Yeah, all the way. Look.
Just move back a lot. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. Can I get the card in? Oh, come on!
What? It's slip.
All right, forget it. I am done. I'm not going in there again.
It's slippery in here.
I'm not going in again. Forget it.
Oh. Is there anybody here who's interested in knowing who's on tomorrow night's show?
I'd like to know.
Ooh. Come on over.
Is a playwright and an actress. And she stars, of course, in the hilarious show Strangers with Candy on Comedy Central. Let's take a look.
Next up, Jerry Blank. Give me a B-I-C-T-O-R-Y. B-I-C-T-O-R-Y. What's it spell? Weird! Jerry, what does B-I-C-T-O-R-Y spell? Bandanga.
Please welcome Amy Sedaris.
Thank you.
Congratulations, first of all. The show is hilarious.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Really, one of the funniest shows on TV, and you got to be happy about that.
Yeah, it's great.
And you play the character we're seeing here. Just in a nutshell, explain to people who haven't seen the show. You play
Jerry Blank. She's 47, and she was a drug addict, prostitute, and she decided at 47 to go back to high school. Start off where she left off.
Right,
She's back in high school dealing with teenage problems, like illiteracy. Would you like to, Sarah?
Yeah. Well, it's a great character. It's a really funny show. So we know that that's going well. What about you, your personal life? How's everything going? Let's talk about that.
I'm in the middle of a heart-wrenching relationship right now. Breakup. It was awful.
You're breaking up?
Yeah, no, he broke up with me. It was terrible. But and I was just in the green room, and he called me and broke up with me on the phone.
Just before? Oh,
yeah,
man.
just now.
That's terrible. I can't imagine what that would be like.
Yeah, well, I brought a clip, so you can see.
What?
Did you kiss her? Did you love her? No.
are as a comedian?
Well, a big influence was my third grade teacher was locking me. Who gave me this pin of a mouse and his eyes roll around? Isn't it cute? Yeah, third grade, still learning it. Anyway, and every day before class, she'd make us sing this song, so I'll sing it. She'd go, we're all together again, we're here, we're here. We're all together again, we're here, we're here. We're all together again, singing all together again. Yes, we're all together again, we're here, we're here.
Did you imitate her way back then?
Yeah.
Oh, that must have...
She had legs like tree trunks. And her feet were the size of fudgicles, and they'd fit in there. She's great. I hope she's still alive.
Yeah, I hope she's watching this right now, hearing you say that she has legs like tree trunks.
Yeah, big influence.
You do a character. Last time you were on the show, I made you do it. It's one of the more outrageous things I've ever seen. It's a character called Piglet.
I'm Piglet.
Piglet's kind of describe Piglet.
Oh, she's just a sweet 16. She's just a young, troubled teenager.
Not
Scotch tape?
Yeah, we have Scotch tape.
Oh, that's right. I brought it. Okay.
You need Scotch tape for this impression.
Yes, I do.
We'll
And this is something y'all can do at home.
Okay.
You just take Scotch tape. I'm dying to do a commercial for them. You just tape it up like that. Appreciate this, mother. Appreciate this. You can take your stinking sack of hard luck, fool. Stick it up your bitch's blistering ass, mother. What else could I say about her? She's single.
She's single. She's a catch, that one. I knew Piglet, I think, at one point.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that really impressed me about you is that you're doing your own show, which it's a full-time job. You do it very well. But you also you work as a caterer still.
I'm still selling cupcakes and cheese balls. I made $150 on Valentine's Day, and with cupcakes, and then my smoky cheese balls.
The smoky cheese, tell us about those.
It's like the size of a softball, and you can roll it in nuts.
Oh.
And I put a little
Wow.
A1 sauce in to make it smoky.
Right.
It's good. It's $7.99.
Cool.
Yeah.
That actually sounds like something that I would like.
I'm sure you will. I brought a clip. Let's see. Go on, try it.
Damn, that's a smoky cheese ball. Wow, I really looked like I was enjoying that.
Yeah.
Cool.
$7.99. I didn't even charge you.
Now, you've been doing some work with PETA, is that right? The animal rights group?
Yes, I did. And I swear to God, when they called me, I had just unwrapped a taxidermied raccoon that I'd order through the mail. And I was just unwrapping it. Oh, please. And they gave me this fur coat. Oh, excuse me. And they gave me this fur coat.
Oh, that's so nice of them.
That's the treatment of animals. Isn't that
They're
nice?
good people.
They are good people. I don't know what it stands for or anything.
PETA, I don't know, some kind of bread, I suppose.
Feet of feet.
Now, we're all really happy for you and the success
Thank
of
you.
your show. And do you think you'll come back sometime in the future?
Oh, I would love to come back. As a matter of fact, I brought a clip.
Well, thanks so much for coming back.
Oh, thank you.
Do you remember the last time that you were here? You showed all those clips, including this clip right now. So, you and the Big Show are married.
Yes, we're trying to have a baby right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll be killed during the birthing process.
That's what I hear.
Very nicely done. Well, folks, Strangers and Candies on Mondays at 10 o'clock p.m. on Comedy Central. You got to watch that show. You're missing out if you're not seeing it. Amy Sedaris, thank you very much.
very
Very funny. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Stick around. Okay, folks, that's our show. And I do want to thank all my guests. Stay tuned for later, and we'll see you tomorrow.